And next is the designated hitter, Kyle Schwarber, 1 for 3. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Lopez should have this one. Puts it away for the out. Trey Turner with a chance now. Turner pops it up. Goldie makes the play, and that will end the inning. Phillies with the run-scoring double. It's 5-2. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Matt Strom. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Ivan Herrera. Here comes a pitch. And that one upstairs.
Well, with both starters out of this ball game, it now becomes a battle of the bullpens and just seeing which manager can match up better and who's able to get to the finish line.
Next offering is down low. Inside, just missed. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it could be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at bat turns out. It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter. But he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
The 0-2. Towards first. Over to Turner for one. Back to first. Double play. 3-6-3. Nicely done.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
So now here's the DH, Luken Baker. There's a strike.
0-1's the count.
And it's quickly 0-2 on the designated hitter. Hit on the ground to the right side. He steps on the bag. That ends the inning. So new pitcher for the Cardinals, John King. He has a great slider with tons of movement. The wind of the pitch. Harper, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike 1. Ripped into right center. Base hit. Around first, heading for 2. The throw into second, and he's out, trying for 2. In the air, center field. Nootbaar moves under it and puts the squeeze on that one. 2 away. Now it's the second baseman, Bryson Stott. Slow roller up the middle. Fires over to first. And that's the 3rd out. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. And it remains 5-2. Here's the new pitcher for the Phillies, number 50. Digging in, Irving Lopez. The pitch. That's in there. It's 0-1.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Left-hand hitter waits. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Just blown away in that at bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. He wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at bat like that as a hitter, other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. Got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
Win in the box again. Takes a strike. Strike 2.
Well, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. You talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
On the ground to third. Boom. Throws on to first. 2 up, 2 down. And now here is Tommy Edman.
He was the big part of the field last time. Nice liner to center.
And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. Hauls it in on the warning track. And down in order. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Casey Lawrence.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Little chopper rolls foul. out there to center. And that'll fall for a base hit.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Real Muto runs. Pitch in for a strike. The throw. Tag. And he's out.
Well, this is a real momentum killer after the leadoff single. Tried to steal second base on the first pitch. Defense was all over it. Nicely done from behind the plate with the catch and throw. And a quick tag before he reaches the base.
The 1-1. That one hammered center field. That's back there. That one is gone. Nick Castellanos goes deep, and they boost their lead. It's 6-2.
With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
So 1 out, nobody on. And digging in for Philadelphia, Brandon Marsh. That's hard hit on the line. He's there. He's got it. And there's 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. And now the center fielder, Johan Rojas. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the 3rd out. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. Now a 6-2. So they turn to Craig Kimbrell.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
The pitch. Goldie leading things off and takes a strike.
Well, they say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike 1. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives you a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Right-handed reliever. That's in there, and it's 1-2. Good eye right there. And the righty deals. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Rojas under it. He's got it. And there's 1 down. And up next for St. Louis, Lars Nootbaar. First pitch, and he just misses. Kimbrell in his 12th season, 34-year-old vet, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. Next offering is downstairs. At the belt and fires. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. He's got it, and there's 2 away. Now up the Cardinals' number 4 hitter, Jordan Walker. First offering misses the mark. That smash towards center. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Phillies take game 1 of the series on the road. So the Philadelphia Phillies take game 1 of this wild card series. A huge win for them in hostile territory.
Yeah, Boog, they've still got their work cut out for them in this series, having to play on the road. But like you said, it's a huge win to jump ahead 1-0 in a short 3-game series. Just have to win one of the next 2 games to move on to the next round.
And on the home side of this one, obviously a disappointing result both for the team and the fans. But with home field advantage throughout, this series still has a lot up in the air. And your final 6-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon. All right, just about ready for baseball. And for the Cardinals here this afternoon, it's Miles Mikolas.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough.
And time now for the Phillies lineup. All right, Singy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for matchups and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team, and I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series.
That one ripped back there, and it hits the fence. Oh, the throw is over his head, and he'll make it up to second as he advances on the throwing error.
And if you're the pitcher, you can't be frustrated. You know this is going to be the toughest batter that you face tonight, and you're going to have to face him a couple of times. So you just tip your cap and hope that you can get the next guy out.
And now it's Alec Bohm. Chop back up the middle. Tosses to first. Third out, and that ends the frame. 1 hit, 1 left. And now the Cardinals back here at the ballpark. And on the hill for the Phillies, Zach Wheeler.
Well, the hammer is in effect, and he sets it up so nicely because of the velocity on the fastball. Will elevate that and then break you off when he's ahead in the count. What I love about him, you get into the later innings of the ball game, and the velocity seems to go up.
We go to the bottom of the first. Now up for St. Louis, Tommy Edman. There's a strike. Wheeler, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a sinker, a curve, and he works in a changeup. Next offering is in for a strike. Zach Wheeler, who was the 6th overall pick in 2009 by the Giants out of high school. He's from Smyrna, Georgia. Struck him out looking.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate. In there for strike 1.
No ball. 1 strike.
And that's downstairs and outside.
1 ball. 1 strike.
The next offering misses, and it's 2-1. Swing and a base hit.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Nice line drive to the pull side. Met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Stepping in, Lars Nootbaar. And a foul ball. Goldie leads off first with 1 away. Runner on the go again. Swing and a miss. Throw, tag, ow. A bullet from JT Realmuto.
Usually when you see a team try to steal a base in the early innings, it tells you they want to be aggressive on offense. Try to force the defense to make plays and slow them down. That's exactly what they did right there. So we'll see if that caught stealing changes the offensive approach moving forward.
Two down, nobody on. That one a little bit high, and the count is 1-2.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's...
Got him swinging. Chased the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. Scoreless after 1. And welcome back. Top of the second. This is Bryson Stott. Mikolas back to work. That's ripped, and this one could be extra bases. Now he turns and heads for second. Not stopping. He's going for 3. Not in time. He's safe.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
And up to the plate is JT Realmuto. Swings and misses. Strike 1. Runner at third here. Nobody out. And there's a foul ball. Oh, 2 now.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a high fly ball to left. Palacios under this one. Drops into the glove. Runner tagging from third. The relay to the plate. Not in time. He's safe as a run scores.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. You know the situation. You need something in the air and deep enough, and that's exactly what he did. Good pass to the baseball.
And it one-hops the wall. And he's got a double.
He was all over that one. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap, and when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing.
1 out, runner at second. Brandon Marsh stands in for the Phillies. Ground ball up the middle. Safe at first as they can't make the play. Tags the runner for 1. They put the tag on him, and that's a double play to end the inning. But welcome back. Here's the rookie right fielder, Jordan Walker. And the pitch. And that's in for a strike. And ball 1.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
Check swing went around. And the count 1-2. Swings and misses. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Guys become defensive, and all of a sudden for the hitter, that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Richie Palacios stands in now and watches strike 1. And he grounds one to the right side, and it goes just foul.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing them down.
That's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. Redbirds down quietly. They're down 1-0. Back here in St. Louis, all set for the start of the inning. And stepping in is the speedy Johan Rojas. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Nootbaar makes the grab. 1 up, 1 down.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to want that one back, no doubt.
Bounce to the right. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. Schwarber out on the play. Here's Turner now. 0 for 1 so far. Fought off foul. Michaelis, 34-year-old vet, and he was drafted in the 7th round back in 2009. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Whips it to first on the run. And that'll do it. Phillies down in order They lead it as we go to the last of the third. Here's the Cardinal DH, Lucan Baker. That's in there. That's strike one. Baker in his rookie season hitting 7th in today's lineup, and he's usually a first baseman, but today he's the designated hitter. Next offering is in for a strike.
Some people say that first basemen kind of have the day off regularly because they don't run around a whole lot. But when you think about it, they are involved in just about every single play, and there's a lot of stress that gets put on their legs. So a well-deserved day at the DH spot for him.
One gone, bottom of the third inning. Irving Lopez in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Clips the corner, and it's a ball and a strike.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. Third foul ball in a row.
Got it by him for the K.
Well, he hadn't seen that changeup the entire at-bat until that put-away pitch, and it's pretty tough to deal with as a hitter. You're up there battling, trying to read and react with 2 strikes, and then all of a sudden a pitch comes out of nowhere, and it's a good changeup. It's just almost impossible to hit it when you haven't seen it.
And stepping in for the Cardinals, Mason Wynn. That hits the dirt. Ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
Slider clips the zone. 2 outs. And it's fouled away. Fly ball down the line. Marsh on the move. And that ends the inning. The pitch. Right side. Walker calls it in for the out. And there's one away.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. Nootbaar makes a nice running catch. Next to hit, Bryson Stott. 1 for 1. He tripled in his first trip. That one misses, and it's 1-0.
Boog, it looks like somebody missed the swing sign. That's the first pitch this team's taken for a ball all game long.
In the air, right field. Walker gets under it, and that is that. Phillies go down quiet. Bottom of the 4th, and here's the St. Louis leadoff man, Tommy Edman. And the right-hander back to work. There's a strike.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
This one popped up. Harper in position. 1 down.
Well, that's a frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
Goldie at the plate now. That's ball 1. Next one misses. Ball 2. Kicks and deals. And a foul ball. And a pitch. That misses, and that's ball 3. And the right-hander deals. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. That one the other way. Stop. Gathers and throws to first. Already 2 gone here in the home fourth. Now it's going to be Lars Nootbaar. That one's in there, 0-1.
0-1.
In the air, left field. Marsh makes the play, and that is that. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. New inning getting started, and now the catcher comes up to hit. JT Realmuto. Out into left center for a line drive base hit. Nick Castellanos at the plate now. Doubled his first time up. That one missed. Realmuto aboard here at first with nobody out. And it's 1-1.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
And that one is lifted in the air. Walker gets under it. He makes the grab, and there's one away. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. He hit into a double play his first time up. Ground ball right side, could be 2. He flips it to second in time, and that's 2. 1 hit in the inning, but nothing. Back here in St. Louis, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Now up the Cardinals' number 4 hitter, Jordan Walker. Pitch misses inside, and that is ball 1. Change up on the corner, and that's a strike.
Well, you can't really adjust your game plan for that last pitch. Guy hasn't thrown it very much. You got to focus on the stuff that he's throwing up there most of the time.
The other way, and it's just foul. That was close. Stays alive. The wind of the pitch. Looked like it was a little bit up.
It's a good take.
Three-2 now.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And that one hit 97 on the gun.
Well, I love to see guys compete, and I know he's frustrated that he wasn't able to do anything with that pitch. You see it so well, but you have to respect the upper 90s velocity. Man, it is hard to catch up to.
And now it's Ivan Herrera. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Swings through that one.
He doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
Kicks and fires. Strike 3. Got him looking on the changeup.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
So up next, Richie Palacios.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Swing and a pop-up. Turner should have it. And he makes the catch. That is the inning. Nothing doing there for St. Louis. They trail here 1-0. Back here at Busch Stadium. And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Johan Rojas. In the air, out towards left center. It falls in, and that's a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
First pitch swing in, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely. And that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
Runner on the go. And that one wrapped foul. Michaelis throws to first. Rojas back easily. Chris, remember the Cubs won it all in 2016. Well, Kyle Schwarber suffered a regular season-ending left knee injury. Runner goes again. Swing and a ball popped up. Edman in position. Makes the grab, one down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Trey Turner at the plate. And first offering is fouled off. The pitch. And fouled off. Rojas over at first with one away.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Runner on the go. Base knock center field. Lead runner around second. Lead runner holds at third. So two runners in scoring position and just one out.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. He got that front foot down and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
And now here is Harper. And he hits a ground ball right side. Edman slings to first. Harper retired. Tries to get back and save. And they tag him out. One run, two hits. Bottom of the sixth. And the batter now, Luken Baker. Wheeler back to work. Just missed.
You know, these Cardinals, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
And a base hit into right center field. Irving Lopez next up for the Cardinals. That's out to center field. Rojas under it. Hauls it in, and there's one away. And up next for St. Louis, Mason Wynn. Foul ball.
Now these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
And here it comes. He swings and fouls one off. The 1-2. And a ball evens the count. The pitch. That one misses. 3-2 now.
They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Back to the top of the lineup. Tommy Edman at the plate. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Edman in his 4th year, 27 years old, and he's a former Gold Glove Award winner. That one's in there, and the count 1-1.
Well, this looks like it's going to be a wasted opportunity. It's frustrating when you get the leadoff man on, but you can't get him into scoring position. They're going to need a big knock, try to put something up on the board. And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. The Cards leave one, and they're down 2-0. We go to the top of the 7th. Down the third baseman, Alec Bohm. The right-hander back to work. And that one in the air center field. Got it. Covered plenty of distance there. And there's one down. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Bryson Stott, 1 for 2. Swings through that one. 0-1.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
That one laced to center and a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Wow. So important to get into the fielding position after you deliver that baseball. That is a scary one. Watch your lips.
And now it is JT Realmuto. Runner on the go. Ball outside. Throw to second. Great jump.
Well, in the postseason, I'd say we see more teams playing for one run, trying to apply some pressure, and that's exactly the case right here. Speed on the bases, put him in motion, and it worked out. Now time to execute in the batter's box.
And he deals. Comebacker to the mound. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like now on the bump, Andre Palante.
And he's got a big-time breaking ball to contend with. Hitters going to have to pick it up early if they're going to have any chance.
Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. Phillies strand one. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Michael Lorenzen.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Goldie in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Well, now that this is a bullpen game, it's clear that whichever bullpen steps up the most is likely going to come away with the W.
Next pitch misses, and 1-1.
Well, with both starters out of this ball game, it now becomes a battle of the bullpens and just seeing which manager can match up better and who's able to get to the finish line.
Here's a 1-2. Way high.
The idea was right, looking to locate that fastball up and in. He just missed his spot a little bit.
Chases that one out of the zone. 1 out. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. I mean, you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Now here is Lars Nootbaar. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. And a big swing and a miss.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least one run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
On the ground, right side. In plenty of time to first, and that quickly 2 away. And now the right fielder, Jordan Walker. And that's in there for strike 1. That one pushed foul. The 0-2. And that misses off the outside edge. Struck him out looking with the off-speed stuff. And down in order go the Cardinals. They trail. And welcome back. We're at the top of the 8th. And now Brandon Marsh. Here comes a pitch. And there's a rocket into the outfield. And the leadoff man aboard.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Good job getting the foot down so he could catch it out front and pull it. Turned on it nicely for the knock.
Now at the plate, Johan Rojas. And first offering is fouled off.
I'm really impressed with this offense. They haven't been timid at the plate at all. They've been aggressive, and they're keeping the defense on its toes. So far, 6 hits on the first pitch alone. That tells you something.
And there's a hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Righty delivers. Line drive, and that's a base hit to right. Marsh rounds third, headed for the plate. 1 run is in. Rojas coming home. Edman with a relay throw, and he's out. But a run does come in to score.
Pretty close play at the plate right there. Always an exciting one, though, and a really nice job by the defense to cut him down. It's a pretty big blow to a team when you lose a potential run that was so close to getting in there.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it. 1 out and a runner at second. Pitch misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Popped up. Wynn gets under it. Makes the grab for the second out. Bryce Harper to the plate. 1 for 3. He gets the intentional walk here, and now a force at any base with 2 gone. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Alec Bohm. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone. Oh, and 2 as he waves at that one.
Real ugly 0-1 swing right there. As a pitcher, got to be hunting for that strikeout. Keep him off balance. Send him back to the dugout.
This to center field. Nootbaar moves under it and puts the squeeze on that. And that is the out of the bullpen for the Phillies, Gregory Soto. And this guy can bring it velocity-wise. Herrera, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Next pitch inside, and the count is 2-0. That misses off the outside edge, so definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it could be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out.
And it's filled up. Hit weakly on the ground. Boom. Zips it across. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th. And now Richie Palacios. And that one fouled off. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. Slap the other way, foul. One down, base is empty. Hit in the air, right field. Castellanos gets under it. Snags it for the second out. 2 outs, base is empty. So now here's the Cardinals designated hitter, Lucan Baker. That's in there, and that's strike one. That one fouled off. And a swing and a miss, and that's that.
I think the key is arm action on the changeup. When you can sell it like a fastball, you drop the velocity.
We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Jacob Barnes.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their guys a chance to fight back into the game.
And first offering is fouled off. Back to the mound. Gets to it and knocks it down. JT Realmuto steps in. And first offering is fouled off. Barnes measures 6 feet 2 inches, 230 pounds. He joined the team as a free agent. The 0-1 pitch out, but no action. Action in the St. Louis bullpen. Number 31, the lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Right-hander kicks, deals. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Here's Nicholas Castellanos. Hammered on a line to the left, base hit. Stop around third. He'll score, and it's 4-0.
Comes through with the RBI. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Now here is Brandon Marsh. Out to short, win. Over to Edman. Man at first at the plate, Johan Rojas. Popped up. Edman makes the grab, and that's the inning. So it's 1. So they turn to Craig Kimbrell.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Lopez leading things off and takes a strike. Next offering is fouled back. That one ripped. Hauls it in, 1 away.
Made a bid for a nice opposite field double down the line. Beautiful swing, but nothing you can do about the result. Third basemen are just used to handling hot shots like that.
And a couple of quick outs. And here comes Tommy Edman. And first offering is fouled off. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2. And that one is inside. And that's it. Series over. They are off to the NLDS. So the Philadelphia Phillies sweep this wild card series with back-to-back wins on the road. And they can now ship their